Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we have our very first Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger review. This is the DX Geartlinger. So this is the main henshin device for the team. I'm really excited. I watched the first episode of the show and I really loved it. Very excited for episode 2 and really excited to start playing with these toys. So should be a pretty good time. As you can see here we have the Geartlinger. And it's kind of a play on a Gatling gun, but instead of a Gatling gun, it's a Geartling gun. You know, because they use gears, so puns, hooray. But anyway, you can see over here on the side that we get 2 gears in this set. We have the 45 Zenkaiser gear, and then the 16 Zenkai Juran gear. So 45 obviously because this is the 45th anniversary for Sentai, so the 45th team. And then 16 because this one is based on Zyuranger, which was the 16th Sentai. So pretty cool. I'm really excited. Packaging's a lot of fun. You have Zenkaiser real big here on the side. You have the full team headshots up here. You have this kind of fun packaging where it just kind of looks like, I don't know, to me it reminds me of like a Dunkin' Donuts box of Munchkins. Some people were saying, you know, like a Happy Meal or something like that. The Happy Meal, if it was like this big, I would say 100% like half as big. When you get into the rectangular shape, you got to upgrade to Munchkins. But anyway, really cool picture here on the side. I really like that group shot a lot. Over here on the back, shows you how, you know, put the gears in, turn the crank, press the trigger. Of course, we're going to check all that good stuff out. And then it shows how he grows in size and then transforms into the mecha, all that good stuff. Not really anything exciting going on the bottom there. Kind of a cool shot there of Zenkaiser holding the Geartlinger. So really cool packaging. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead, let's get everything out of the box, and we're going to take a closer look. So here is everything you get in the box. You get the Geartlinger itself. You get the 2 gears. We have the one for Zenkaiser. Very sparkly. He's definitely the sparkliest gear that you're probably going to get this year. Well, with the exception of the extra super duper sparkly Gashapon Chase one that everyone's paying crazy prices for right now. But yeah, he looks really great. I'm trying to see, there we go, just to kind of see past all the sparkle. But yeah, these are really fun. They're definitely bigger than I thought they were going to be. I've seen tons of people, you know, do comparisons with O metals and ultra metals and things like that. But until you actually get one in hand, it's kind of hard to tell like how big they are. They're actually much bigger than I thought they would be. And you have the Zenkaiger symbol here on the back. So very nice metallic sheen to these. I think they look great. I think these are going to be a lot of fun to collect this year. They're simple, you know, but they're fun. They're effective. And I think they must use a chip system, because I really don't see any kind of difference in the, you know, like ridging around the side. I don't think there's any pin system here or anything like that that they would be able to utilize. So I'm thinking they must have chips inside similar to like Amiibo or something like that. That would be my guess. But anyway, here is 45 for Zenkaiser. And then here is 16 for Juran. And again, really nice metallic red. Now, obviously, he's not as sparkly as Zenkaiser is. He's just got the nice metallic sheen. But still very cool. And then, of course, has the Zenkaiger symbol on the back. But if you're looking at the... Well, you know what? Maybe it does have something to do when it spins it. Because if you look on the outside, you can see that the gear pieces... some extend out farther than others. See how you can see this is here, but you don't see it on this one. So I don't know. Maybe it does have something to do with how far the gears extend out. I don't know. I don't know how toy technology works, but either way, that's pretty cool. There's going to be a ton of sounds in this, so they have to come up with some way to pack them all in there and call them when they need to. So, yeah, it might have something to do with how much those stick out, actually. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and put these off to the side. Let's take a look at the Geartlinger itself. I really like it. It's simple, but it's good. I like how it has these little stands here on the side. I mean, it's really not a problem to have it stand on its own. I really don't think it's a problem, but they put those on there, you know, just so you wouldn't have any trouble if you want to display it. Definitely not going to fall over or anything like that. It says Geartlinger right here on the side in this very fun multicolored sticker. You have the Zenkaiger symbol here on the side of the crank. nice metallic sheen as well. You have the hawk head here with the light up eyes, which is very cool. You can see here when you turn the crank, you have all the different colors. So you have yellow, green, blue, pink, red. Now there isn't a Green Ranger, but I guess they just figured it would look better than white or black, and green's kind of a very common color in Sentai, so I'm guessing that's why they did it. Or it could just be because Zenkaiser kind of has that rainbow motif on his suit. Not 100% sure, but here is where you pop the batteries in. There's a little pin here you just push down. This slides off. 2 AAA batteries go right in there. Here is the on and off switch on the back here. This is the compartment that you open up. And you can see there's a tiny little button right here that is depressed by this little peg right here. And they also have this plastic ridge right here, which keeps the gears in place when you push them in. Because they don't really lock in place. So if you sit them in here, they'll just fall out. But when you put this in and then close it, that ridge kind of keeps them in place so they don't fall out, which is nice. And that's going to make a sound when we depress and undepress that button as we open and close the cover there. Speaker here on the back. I think that's pretty much it for the features of this thing. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So as you can hear, it announces its name. The eyes light up, which is really fun. So you just have kind of a generic shooting sound. And you can see the eyes light up. If you hold this down, doesn't do anything. Turn the crank with no gear inside, doesn't do anything. But you can see that it, if I open this up, you can see that it does spin it, which is pretty cool. And you can hear the sounds when you open and close that, which is pretty neat as well. So that's pretty much it on its own. So let's go ahead and load up one of our gears here. Of course, we'll start with Zenkaiser. So just go ahead, drop that in, close it up, and then turn the crank. So there you go. It says Yonju Goban, which is 45. I'm thinking they're going for a pun here because Ban technically means like number. So Yonju Goban would be number 45. But then obviously Ban Ban like bang bang. So I think they're going for a pun there, which is kind of fun. But then it says Zenkaiser. We can go ahead and do this a second time. So all this standby music is on point. I love it. If we hold the button down, you get kind of this burst attack sound effect, which is kind of cool. So if we go ahead and open this up, and then we flip it upside down, put it back in. So it says Zenkaigatai, which is for, I guess, robot combinations. So there you go. It says Dai Zenkai. And then again, if we hold the button down, so that sound effect appears to be the same no matter which side of the gear you're on. So it sounds like you get 2 per side plus that one just burst sound effect. So basically 5 per gear, which is pretty cool. I think that's nice. It's a nice amount of sound effects per gear. Now, I don't know if that's just because these are transformation gears or if every single gear is going to have that many sound effects. Only time will tell. But at least for these transformation ones, you do get a decent amount of sound effects per gear. So go ahead and pop him out, and then we will try Juran. So as you can hear, it says Jurokuban, which is number 16. I really love all this standby music. So that's pretty much the same sound effect. That honestly might just be for the gun itself and not actually specific to the gears. I don't know. We'll kind of figure that out as we go, as we get more gears to try out. But that burst sound effect, attack sound, might just be with any gear inserted if you hold the trigger down. So we'll see how that goes. Now we'll go ahead and flip this upside down. So there you go, Zenkai Juran. So it says Dai Zenkai, which would mean big or great. So that would be for when he grows gigantic. And again, you have that same burst sound effect. So and that's pretty much going to do it for that. I think this is a lot of fun. I mean, this is a gimmick item changer, so you're going to be coming back to this all year long, and I always appreciate that. I know a lot of people hate when we have gimmick items because, you know, tracking them all down is a pain, or collecting 100 different gimmick items is a pain, but I think it's a lot of fun. I really do. When you think about, like, a normal changer like Kira Major last year, I think I picked that up twice the whole year. I think I did once to do the review, and maybe one other time. You play with it, you get all the sounds out of it, you're kind of done with it immediately, and it's just not that exciting. When you have a changer that uses gimmick items, you're constantly picking it up all year long as you get new gimmick items, and it just gives a lot of longevity and fun with the toy, and I really love it. So I think this year is going to be a ton of fun. Whenever we have an anniversary season and we're collecting different gimmicks for that, it's always a good time. Aesthetically, I really like the design of the Geartlinger. I think it looks really cool. I like the kind of gun with the falcon head and the Gatling gun that spins. The color scheme's great. You know, all the metallic chrome and everything on it looks really nice. I love that the eyes light up as you do stuff. Loading the gears in the top is easy to just pop that open, load it in, pop it closed. Holds them in place really nice. You even have the little struts on the front to kind of keep the gun upright if you want to display it like this, even though you really don't need them. I think it stands perfectly well on its own, but I love that they put those on there so you don't have to worry about it falling over or anything like that. The gears themselves, I think, look great. I love the metallic sheen that they use for the paint on the front. The sparkles on Zenkaiser is a lot of fun. And just overall, I think they're a good size. They're going to be fun to collect. And I'm really excited to get one of these for every different Sentai, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Sound effects are good. Like I said, not a ton going on right now, but you do kind of get at least 4 specific sounds per gear. And then you have that like generic firing sound just by pulling the trigger. And then you have that kind of burst sound effect by holding the trigger down. I don't think that's specific to any gear. I think that's just if you have a gear inserted, you can make the gun make that sound. So I don't think that's specific to the gear. So I would say 4 specific sounds per gear, at least for these transformation gears. I don't know if the other Sentai gears will have less. I would assume they probably will. They'll probably have like the name and maybe 1 attack sound per gear, so 2 sounds per gear. Whereas these transformation gears have 4. Just a guess, but that's kind of what I think it's going to be. But in any case, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to this year. I've seen the first episode so far. It was a lot of fun. Looking forward to more. And I just think this is a fun little role-play toy. I think it's something you're going to pick up constantly throughout the year. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. So if you're planning on buying into this year, definitely recommend grabbing this now. So as you collect all the other gears throughout the year, you'll just be constantly loading them in. And there'll be a lot of playability with this one. By the time the year is done, there definitely should be a lot. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.